My favorite set isn't Lorwyn. My favorite set isn't Ravnica just because it was the first set that was out when I started playing. My favorite set of all time is... Yo, my name's Nick, and things are about to change around here. And this is Nick's Lotus. The all-for-one deck challenge has got me thinking about my favorite set. And I've always said Lorwyn was my favorite set, but after sitting with myself for a while about it, I finally figured it out. So let me give you a little rundown on my Magic history, because it may be something that you guys aren't expecting. I got into Magic when I was 8 years old, 19 years ago now, and was introduced to the game in a deep basement in Indiana that housed our local game store, Area 51. It was pretty sick, okay? Keep in mind, I was 8 years old at the time, so an 8-year-old, all right? I was walking up to this big brick building. There was a single door. You open the door, stair sets down to a basement. I was like, whoa, you're telling me a card shop's down there? You're telling me a card opened to this shop? We walk down, they have at least 10 different Xboxes and monitors lined up on each side of the wall when you first enter the first main room of the shop. That blew me away for one. I was like, that's like 20 Xboxes right in front of me. So I lean over to my brother. I'm like, yo, Ty, what's all this? My brother's got like 7 years on me. So at this point, he would have been 15, 16. He goes on to explain that they host Halo tournaments there, which was super interesting to me at the time because I was an 8-year-old boy, so I was playing hella video games. But when I was in the shop, I realized they had a little offshoot room back in like the right corner. So me being 8 years old, I just darted for it, just ran in there and saw a ton of people playing a card game. Now, of course, we know it was the best card game of all time, Magic the Gathering. But at the time, I had no clue. I was just enamored by it. I loved the artwork. I loved how the cards interacted with each other, how people were talking to each other. It was just such a fun environment immediately to me. And I always think about this. They could have been playing Yu-Gi-Oh! They could have been playing Pokemon. They could have been playing so many different card games, but they weren't. They were playing Magic the one time I went in there, and it was Destiny, and I firmly believe that, okay? We wouldn't have had any of this today without that. The cool part here was my brother's friend's dad owned this game shop. So my brother had tagged along with his friend. Me being an 8-year-old little brother, bitch and moaned until I could go with him. Of course, I got to go with him. But after seeing these people play the game and just seeing how excited they got about it, I immediately ran up to my brother's friend's dad, who was running the front desk area, like where you can check out. And I was like, what are they playing in there? And he was like, oh, they're playing Magic the Gathering. It's this, blah, blah, blah. He kind of gave me a basic rundown as well as you can for an 8-year-old. And I was like, oh, how does someone get into that? And I remember he gave me a free Ravnica City of Guilds pack where I pulled a Vine Lasher Kutsu and a foil Wormweaver coil. So right off the bat, I was thinking, green's pretty neat. That's pretty sick. Dude, they tell you the first one's on the house and then you're hooked. He got my ass. He got my ass with that first one's on the house booster pack, dude. Because I went home. I'm not kidding you. I couldn't sleep. I was so excited about this game. Just looking at the 15 cards I had opened, I was like, okay, this is something I really want to get into. Little did I know my brother had a small collection of cards. They were mainly bulk cards, but I asked him like, hey, how much can I get that from you for? I'm 8 years old, keep in mind. So he's like, 20 bucks, you can get it from me. I was like, cool. So I went and worked for my grandma, picked up sticks or something, I'm sure. Got 20 bucks, bought that off him. Started looking at all the cards. No idea how to play, just watching constant videos on YouTube of how to learn the game, how to like know what cards were good, what colors did what. I was obsessed with the game. So one day I'm sitting there, I think I was watching Luis Scott Vargas play an elf deck, if I remember correctly, like a Pro Tour video. And my brother out in the hallway, I heard like, Area 51, which was the name of the local game store. I shot up out of my seat, flung open the door. Someone say Area 51? Gets an eye roll from my brother. Yes, we're gonna go watch people play a Halo tournament. It's not Magic, it's just a Halo tournament. I'm going with my bros, just stay here. You really think I'm staying there? Do you really think I stayed there? I was antsy for any bit of watching people play Magic. So yeah, you better believe I bitched. I moaned. I tagged along. We go down the stairs. We enter Area 51. I bolt to that back room again immediately to find probably 18 people all standing listening to this guy explain the rules of a tournament they're about to play. He goes on to say, you're going to then pass around booster packs. You're going to pick one card and then pass to the right. Then second draft, pass to the left. Third draft, we're going to pass to the right. You pick one card, pass it, pick one card, pass it, pick one. I'm sitting there listening to it like, what are you talking about, booster packs? You're opening booster packs and like passing them? What is? Come to find out, they were having a chaos draft made up of Future Sight, I think Dissension, Time Spiral, possibly. I know Future Sight and Dissension were in there. Again, I'm 8 years old. I have no self-control. I really don't know if I still do nowadays. I ran to my brother immediately and went, Tyler, how do I play in this tournament that they're talking about back there? And he was like, it's 15 bucks. It's a draft. You don't have 15 bucks on you. I don't have 15 bucks on me. Just, okay, you're good. Just watch them play. Now, this is the part of the story I do not remember, but I did play in that tournament, okay? And there's more to that tournament, by the way. This tournament was nuts. I can't remember what happened. My best guess is that my brother's friend, the one whose dad owned the shop, was playing in the draft, and he agreed to pay for me if I like gave him the good cards I pulled, because I don't remember bringing anything great home from that tournament, so I'm fairly sure something like that happened. Like someone saw, oh, this little dude wants to play in a draft, let's let him play. Little bit I know. This was not just a normal chaos draft. Every pack was going to be drafted at an 18-person table. So when you passed around, not every pack would make it all the way around, which, thinking about it nowadays, what are we even talking about? And then after we drafted and made our decks, it was an 18-person free-for-all at a single table game. That was the game we played, and that was how the draft was played. Thinking about it now, holy, that was a clusterfuck of a match, but that was my first game of Magic I ever played. First game of Magic I ever played was an 18-person chaos draft free-for-all, where the only thing I got to play was this 3/1 cat and this collar. I can't remember which either. I cannot remember what they're called. I can see the art vividly. I will put it up on screen because I will find it. Those are the only two cards I got to play. I think I came in like 5th or 6th place, if I'm not mistaken, because no one wanted to swing at me because they were like, I'm not gonna take this little dude out, dude. I'm gonna let him, he wants to play, dude. He's so hype about playing this game. He's into the game. Let's let him stick around for a little bit. That game is what sold me on Magic the Gathering. So the fact they didn't take me out, thank you so much. The fact I got the free booster pack from the owner, the fact that I'm sure someone paid for me to play, all that. Good looks. But you might say, Nick, what's up with the video title? My favorite set isn't Commander legal? What do you mean? Okay, so I have to reveal something to you guys. My favorite format isn't Commander. It's the one I like to talk about the most and has the most to talk about, but it is not my favorite one to play or just all around my favorite. It's definitely my second, but my favorite format, hands down, you guessed it, is draft, and that is because it was my introduction to the game. Everyone was so nice. The vibes were just immaculate during that crazy chaos draft, and to this day, I have the most fun playing Magic when I'm drafting. My favorite set isn't Lorwyn. My favorite set isn't Ravnica just because it was the first set that was out when I started playing. My favorite set of all time is Conspiracy. Released June 6, 2014, alongside the 70th anniversary of D-Day. Wow, who put that in the script? Wizards of the Coast released the set Conspiracy. The only thing was, this set was designed to be drafted. Not only by bringing back multiplayer-focused cards, but adding 65 new cards designed with multiplayer in mind. This set is designed to be drafted in groups of 4 and played as a free-for-all. All tapping into this old dog's roots right there. But the coolest part of this set, and the main reason why it is my favorite, is because my boy Logan picked this up when it first dropped, had all the boys over to draft it, and to this day, that is the most fun I have ever had playing Magic. I didn't think anything was going to top the 18-person Chaos Draft until Conspiracy came along. My goodness, this set is so fun. And part of the reason I'm bringing this up is because, shockingly, you can still get a Conspiracy booster box for 200 bucks. Which I know isn't inexpensive, but it's also not nearly as expensive as I thought it was going to be. So realistically, you and your boys could each pitch in 50 bucks and have a Conspiracy night. And I highly recommend that. Even if you just like proxy the Conspiracy set and make little booster packs with it, highly consider it, because this is incredibly fun. This set introduced Draft Matters cards, which we will talk about, and Conspiracies, okay? Conspiracies are the lesser of the two for me. I think the Draft Matters cards are so cool. So we'll start with the Conspiracies. Conspiracies are a card that will be in the booster pack because, get this, Conspiracy booster packs do not have basic lands in them. Instead, they will have a Draft Matters card or a Conspiracy card. Now, the Conspiracy cards start the game in your command zone and will have just good effects to tweak the certain strategy you're going for. I'm going to show you some examples of my favorites. I'm not going to show you the coolest ones or all of them because I want you to experience this, because Conspiracy, hands down, is I've said it, I'll say it again, most fun I've had playing Magic. A couple of my favorite conspiracies, we've got backup plan. Start the game with this conspiracy face up in the command zone. Draw an additional hand of 7 as the game begins. Before taking mulligans, shuffle all but one hand into your deck. Yeah, so you get 2 hands, you pick the best one, you put the other ones back. Sorry everybody else at the table. Gentlemen's aren't gonna happen because I drafted backup plan, and that's not fair if I drafted backup plan and you're just gonna give out And let's take a look at power play. A conspiracy, again, starts the game in the command zone face up. You are the starting player. If multiple players would be the starting player, one of those players is chosen at random. So if someone else has a power play, you guys will choose at random, but if you've got the power play, you're going first. So if you just drafted a ton of aggressive ass 1, 2, 3 drop creatures and you want to start and put everybody on the back foot turn 1, you might want to draft power play just to make sure you go first. Keep in mind, these aren't even the coolest ones. These things are just nutty. They get way cooler. Did I mention you can run any number of these so you could just draft like 6 or 7 of these? They just all start the game in the command zone and give you some cool effects. And as we said, packs didn't have lands, so you are guaranteed to get one of these conspiracies or a draft matters card. And if you don't know what a draft matters card is, I don't blame you. It is a super niche card type, but there is like a Scryfall search for it, which was super useful for this video. These cards have effects while they are being drafted. So let's go through a couple of my favorites here. We got Canal Dredger being a 4-drop 1/5. You draft it face up, and each player passes the last card from each booster pack to a player who drafted a card named Canal Dredger. So you draft Canal Dredger, and you go, I'm gonna go ahead and take everybody's last card. This set is designed to be shiesty and fun. So if you have a Canal Dredger in your hand, don't pick right away. Let everybody else at the table kind of feel their hands out. And if you hear someone at the table slap something down and be like, oh, definitely taking that, you're like, actually, hold on a second. I'm going to take Canal Dredger, and everybody gives me their last card. Well, that sounded really good, so now I want that. Or you got Cogwork Librarian being a 4-drop 3/3, draft it face up. As you draft a card, you may draft an additional card from that booster pack and replace it with Cogwork Librarian. So you draft this early and just keep it in your draft pile, and then let's say you open your 2nd or 3rd pack and it's got 2 absolute bombs in it. You can go ahead and just reveal your Cogwork Librarian and go, hey, I'm going to go ahead and take an additional pick out of this pack and replace it with Cogwork Librarian. And then guess what? You pass it and someone else gets to use Cogwork Librarian the same way. It's so fun, man. Like, and same goes for these as the conspiracies. These aren't even the coolest ones. I want you guys to experience the coolest ones. Conspiracy also introduced us to some of the most played commanders in the commander format. It introduced Brago King Eternal, one of the most played Blink decks, and it introduced Marchesa the Black Rose. Maybe not one of the most played Grixis decks. Maybe it is actually, but definitely one of the mainstay names in commander. Marchesa just keeps coming back and everybody loves her. I still remember how hype our playgroup got when we learned that these legendaries were playable in commander, because we just pulled some brand new stuff that hasn't been in the playgroup yet, and we're all making new Blink decks, and we're all making new dethroned decks for Shursky. It also gave us great reprints for commander. It gave us Swords to Plowshare, Brainstorm, Sakura Tribe Elder, Victimize, Reflecting Pool, Exploration, Mana Geyser, Nature's Claim, Altar of Dementia. Like, I can keep going, man. There's so much heat in this set. So as a person that commander was their 2nd favorite format, whose favorite format was draft, conspiracy was scratching every single itch I needed it to scratch. Here's the thing. I know they released Conspiracy 2, Take the Crown. I know that's a set. I just assumed we had played it because of how much we liked Conspiracy 1. So researching for this video, no, I have not drafted Conspiracy 2. So there's going to be a follow-up video to this video because I am currently ordering a box of Conspiracy 2, Take the Crown, and I'm going to draft it, and we're going to make a video. Does the sequel set to my favorite set hold up? And I think that's going to be such a fun video to make, and I think you guys are really, really going to like watching some people play drafts on Conspiracy because it'll definitely convince you to do it yourself. Like I said, you can pick up Conspiracy 1 or Conspiracy Take the Crown, both for around $200 for a box, and I could not recommend a game night with you and your boys more. My favorite set of all time? Conspiracy. Follow-up video to this where we draft Conspiracy Take the Crown. So if you are looking forward to that, which I am 100% pumped out of my mind for it because of how much I enjoyed Conspiracy 1. I'm blown away I never played Take the Crown. So if you enjoyed this video and you want to hear more videos like this, please let me know down below, because that's the big stressor for me right now, is figuring out what directions I want this channel to be going in. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know down below how you are feeling about the state of the channel. If you want to show some additional support, you can head over to nixlotus.com, try out our Scryfall search optimization tool, check out some of our community submitted decks, or pick up a piece of merch at the merch store. Or if you want to show some additional support, you can head over to the Patreon members page or the YouTube members page and become a member for as low as $1 a month, where you can gain access to the deck submission form, where you can submit your decks for me to review on Friday nights. So a little incentive there. Huge thank you to all the names you can see on screen. I really do appreciate you guys. And if you want to click on one of the 2 videos on screen, YouTube thinks you might like it. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.